Welcome, respected friends. Salutations, gratitudes, congratulations, wishes, and prayers for me and for you too, if you want to get included. That by Lord's grace, may our intellects and hearts always revel in the truth only through the study of Shastras, through the teachings of our Gurus, and through our own contemplation meditation. May no sankalpa of any dissimilar type disturb us, distract us, derail us, and delay our dedicated attempts, devoted attempts, determined attempts to discover the divinity. I am praying for me. May this prayer come from the core of the heart, reach to the feet of the divine. May the divine listen to it, acknowledge it, correct it if there are any faults, shortcomings, mistakes, and bless it. May we see and learn from the world how the great wise people too get distracted by petty paltry things of the world because of sometime the sankalpas they have done. O Lord, may I not do any sankalpa. Even if I do, may you not fulfill any sankalpa other than reaching you, serving you. May Brahma sadhana, Brahma anubhuti, Brahma nishtha, Brahma prachara alone should happen through us. Nothing else, like the great saints of the highest order of Vyasas, Vaashishthas, Vamadevas, Vishwamitras, Valmikis, Vamadev, all of them, Gurudevas and the Shankaracharyas, they never got distracted. They never had sankalpa that I have to go to this loka, that loka, have this comforts, that comforts, this bhoga, that bhoga, this publicity, that name and fame, this award, that reward, these followers, people, devotees doing all nirajanams. Oh Lord, may I not be lost in any of this Maya. First, reach you. Second, reach you. Third, reach you. And always be with you at your feet. Serve you, that's it. May none of these things affect even a little. Friends, Yoga Vasishtha Maha Dhyanam, third Utpatthi Prakaranam, 14th Brahma Pratipadanam Sarga says that whatever we are seeing, feeling, tasting, touching, everything is in reality Brahman. Brahman, colored, formed, named. But other than Brahman, there is nothing real. May this knowledge deeply sink in and let us see, like the goldsmith sees, thousand ornaments only as gold. The pot maker sees thousand pots only as mud. So to let us see the whole universe as Brahman. Brahmanonyat na kinchana. Brahma anyat bhati chet mithya. Hmm. Beautiful chapter it is. Today let us see what are the mantras. Today, tomorrow we'll try to finish this chapter. We will revisit till we naggingly uh, tempt, prompt, force Bhagwan Sri Rama and Vaashishtha ji and Valmiki Vishwamitra Vamadeva Veda Vyasas to bless us with such an equipment inner that we understand it, experience it, so that no more we bother them. They should feel so disturbed, disgusted that यार इन लोगों को जल्दी आत्मज्ञान देवे नहीं तो इतना तंग कर रहे हैं हमको like that, may it happen soon. Beautiful Sarga. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu. Om Namo Brahma Dibhyo. Om Yerime Gurubihi Purvam. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyana. Om Sri Rama Rama Rameti. ओम ब्रह्मानंदम परम सुखदम ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे श्री वशिष्ठाद ऋषिभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्व आध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ते तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृते धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः ओम तस्मै श्री गुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम् ओम तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः ओम पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः श्री वशिष्ठ महर्षे नमः श्री योग वासिष्ठ महा रामायण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम ब्रह्म प्रतिपादनं नाम चतुर्दश सर्गः श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच फ्रेंड्स we have seen up to mantra but tirsat even chant but say let us see 62 it's called. So we'll see today from 62 to maybe up to 72 or so. Oh, acha, bahut sare hai. Let us see what Lord wants. Listen carefully. Sri Vaashishtha ji says, Drushye murte jna samrudhe vikaradi pruthak bhavet tanamurte tagna kachite chitke sadasasatmani. See, Drushye murte agnya samrudhe. When the ignorance is fully in us, because of which something we imagine to be other than Brahman, and we give it a murti, and we see it as a drushya. As long as that goes on, that drushya with its vikara in the form of entire world, with its pruthaktva multitude, it appears. and draws our attention, mesmerizes us, deludes us, makes us take it as real, and then see we are not given any chance further to contemplate about the substratum behind it. This is the whole thing. Drushye murte agnya samrodhe vikaradi pruthak bhavet. Vikaradi, the vastus are there with their vikaras, and all of them are pratak from each other. They are all the drushya and they are murti bhava. And where from all of them? Agnya samrudhe. When we are fully mounting the steed of ignorance. Samyak rudha in the ajnana, we see the drushya and we give murti to it and we see the vikara in it, and each murti is different from other pruthak. Oh, contrast to it. Na amurte tadnya kachite chit khe sad asad atman. Tad means when that vastu of it, the jnapti, the knowledge happens. What happens then? No sense of otherness, therefore no drushya, therefore no murti. Then everything which was earlier sat grossly manifest, asat subtly manifest. All of them are nothing but chit k, the pure conscious infinite space only. So, when we know the self, everything is self. When we don't know the self, there are so many things other than the self, each one different from other. Murtiman. Hmm. See that drishti, trying to become subtler and catch the subtlety in the examples and through the examples in the knowledge about the truth is Vedanta. So, when I see the gold as gold, then all ornaments are gold only to me. See, try to imagine that drishti, wherein seen from the gold standpoint. Little more extension of the example. Okay? Imagine that that gold is me only. When I am gold, how do I look at the ornaments? When I am gold, how do I visualize, look at ornaments? When I am the water, how do I look at the world of waves and ripples and bubbles and foam and froth? When I am the cotton, how do I look at all the clothes? When I am the mud, actually this is a correct example. We are mud only. How do I look at all parts? And so too, when I am Brahman, how do I look at the entire Jagat? And existence of various parts for the Leela Vyavahara is not a problem. Giving reality to them, forgetting the reality mud is the problem. Therefore, the entire Upanamatmaka Jagata with all Vyavahara is Leela. Problem is giving it reality, forgetting the reality. Realize the reality, and that alone all. So, I am the gold, and all ornaments are me. When it is me, then the small ornament, big ornament, heavy ornament, less heavy ornament, they won't make difference, though they exist. Why? Because I am all of that. See, I have no problem with this body. Why? This body is not so beautiful, not so great. They are more beautiful, handsome, healthy, tall. Bodies so many. Yet, why I love my body and I have no problem with it? Because it is me. When anything comes in the definition of me, all differences, all shortcomings disappear. So, when everything is me, then the taratamya goes away. Taratama, comparison goes away. Like all four children of mine are same to me because all are my children. See that? That happens when we become the tagnya. Before that, we are Agnya. For us, the Agnya, there are Drishya Murtiman, and they are with Vikara, and they are Pruthak. From me and as well as from each other. But when I become Tagnya, there are no Murtis. There is Sadasat, everything becomes Atman, me only. So, na Amurte, Tagnya Kachite, Chitke, Sat Asat Atmani. Tagnya Kachite, Chitke. The Tat Paramatma, when it is known, which is a Chidakasha, Sadasat and all Murta Murta, none of them are existing apart independent. They are me only. Two things only, please remember in Vedanta. Only two, not even three. One is everything we see is nothing but Brahman, the substratum. Two, that Brahman substratum is me. Consequence is everything is me. Therefore, there cannot be any samsara. I have problem with something which is other than me, isn't it? There's nothing other than me. Never it was. Never it is. Never tomorrow too. Where is delusion now? It's so much of discussion from so many years with the help of so many Upanishads. It should be very clear now. Where's the difficulty? Where's the problem? Think about it. Substratum is one, Kalpita Rupanama. Drushti is on the Kalpita Rupanama. Therefore, differentiation because of the differences in Kalpita Rupanama. This Rupanama never existed. They are only Kalpita. They are not real. कोई चीज रियल है ना, तो फिर आप उसको एक दूसरे से कंपेयर करके ये महान है वो महान नहीं है कह सकते आप. वो चीज है ही नहीं रियल, बिकॉज द रियल इज द सबस्ट्रेटम विच इज ओनली वन. दैट्स द delusion. ना दिस wave is good or that wave is good. When you are stuck up in this comparison, we are proving our utter ignorance. How can you compare the two waves when they themselves do not exist independent of one common water behind? पानी निकाल दो दोनों लहरों से, लहर है ही नहीं. अब है ही नहीं, तो हाउ कैन यू कंपेयर विच इज गुड और विच इज बैड, विच इज बिगर और स्मॉलर? Big and small is from what standpoint? From the Rupanamana. Because substratum is one only. From one substratum standpoint, how can you say one is big, one is small? Because there are no two to compare at all. In this layer, both of them one water. There are no two waters at all even to compare. Then our comparison is from the Rupa and Nama of the waves. But do they exist for us to compare? So all comparisons we are doing and suffering on the basis of never existing Rupa Nama. जिसको लेकर हम परेशान हो रहे हैं वो है ही नहीं रे बाबा. तो है क्या? ओनली सबस्ट्रेटम. And that is you already. This is Vedanta. See, it doesn't click only. That much deep ignorance we are in, deep delusion we are in, deep misconception of the Rupanama to be real. That much terrible, huh? Bhayankar. This shloka is very powerful. When we are Agnya, Murti, Drashya, Pruthakva, and Vikriya. है ना? अज्ञान समरूढ़े दृश्य मूर्ते विकारादि पृथक भवे. तज्ञ चित्खे कचिते. When tad is known, which is to be chitke, which is chidakasha, sad asad, gross, subtle, both of them are nothing but that Paramatma only, and there is no Murti, there is no Drushya. Everything is me. So Vedanta Sar is, there is no Drushya other than me, everything is me, the Druk Swarupa Brahman. Intellectually understand it, and on the meditational seat, by going beyond all Rupanama, experience it. फर्स्ट टाइम जब होता है लगता है ना इतना डर लगता है, अरे कैसा ही अनुभव रे बाबा, देयर इज नथिंग अदर देन मी. Yes, my dear, there was never anything other than you. That state of you, one without second, is the blissful state. For the sake of fun and time pass, you projected on you only the world and slowly started giving value to it. And you got identified with it. And in that only all problems. You are kicked and tossed up and down only in that imagined multitude. And you are told to leave it and you think that's the only way to live. यार जिस चीज में तुम परेशान हो रहे हो वो है ही नहीं, वो दुख का हेतु है, इसको छोड़ो. आदत हो गया है ना. द सिगरेट्स, द ड्रग्स, द ड्रिंक्स डिस्ट्रॉइंग योर एवरीथिंग, लीव इट. आदत हो गया. द द्वैत, द द्वंद्व, द राग द्वेष, द काम क्रोध, द उपाधि तादात्म्य, द जीव भाव, they are the ones which are tying you down to the misery called samsara. Leave them. आदत हो गई. Is there any upaya that I continue drinking, smoking? Still, I should not suffer by health, should not suffer by insults, should not suffer by loss of money. Is it possible? Other than becoming sad and pity towards that fellow, you can't do anything because he is asking impossible and denying the possible. What is possible? Drop all of them, you are healthy. So too, Swamiji, can I be happy, miseryless by identifying with continuously changing upadhis, with identification or desire with the continuously changing things and beings of the world, which are never real, which are projected. I am identified with them only. Can I be happy in that? What can the Guru say other than a smile, a pity on us? Isn't it? You look at five gurus, all the five gurus look at each other. Yeah, he is asking something impossible and murkha. What to do? Only one thing they say, sadly not possible, beta. You are unnecessarily asking for the impossible. There is other possible thing. Be the self, there are no problems. You can never solve the problems if they exist, and there are never problems in the self. Realize the self, discover there are never problems. Rather, you are identifying with the never existing not self and you think there should be no problem. Think, think, think. Lovely is the text, I tell you. Next, हाँ, इस तरह एक एक श्लोक पे ही घंटों हम विचार करते हुए हमारे जो जकड़ कर पकड़े हुए इग्नोरेंसेस है, डिल्यूजन है, द स्ट्रॉन्ग रॉन्ग नोशंस वी हैव, वी कैन लूज देम. That's called in Upanishadic Bhasha as Shaithilya Apadanam, Visharana Apadanam. है ना? Visharana Gati Avasadana. Visharana Avasadana. Visharana means Shaithilya. Shithilata, loosening. Loosening of very tightly held wrong notions. We have to loosen them. We are holding on so tightly to so many ignorances, delusions, wrong notions. They only are giving us dukkha. But it's becoming so tough for us to understand, more tough for the gurus to tell us. But one day it will click when you hold on to the Guru, Shastra, Satsanga, Tattva Shravana, Tattva Chintana. O Lord, at this very moment, bless all the beloved, beautiful audience that they become so acutely introverted, intensely, deeply antarmukha that what you are saying, that's clicking to them at this very moment. O Lord Vaashishtha, Lord Rama. Okay, next one. Chittarau chetyarasataha shakti kaladinamikama tanotyakasha vishadamu chinmadu shrihi samanjarema. Chittarau. Chit is the taru tree. Chetyarasataha. Okay. Chetyarasataha is something Chaitya, illumined by it. Where from it has come Shakti. The Chit Shakti is only projecting something to be illuminated by that Chit. From that only, from that Chit Shakti only, Kaladi Namikam Tanoti. Kala, Desha, Tanmatra, Panchamahabhuta ityadi are Tanoti projected. Akasha Vishadam. Infinitely like the Akasha. Chinmadu Shrihi Samanjarim. In fact, to that entire universe, the rasa, the madhurya, existence, everything is from this reality only. So, you just imagine a tree, the sapidity of the tree permeating, percolating every branch and secondary branches, and there the tender leaves, then to the corner of those leaves, the buds, and to the buds, when they are blossomed, those beautiful petaled flower. देखते देखते वो पेड़ पे and as much distinct these flowers, the leaves appear from the tree, so much they are never separate from the tree. The sapidity of the tree only appearing as that flower. When it appears as a flower, it appears to be so different, distinct from the tree. See that gulab ka pauda, the color of those, that pauda, dark one, the color of the leaves, green in. When the gulab comes, such a beautiful gulab rang, इतना दोनों में फर्क लगता in that flower and the tree. So many other contrasts. The flower's fragrance, the tree's no fragrance. The flower's tenderness, the tree's or whatever the plant, its harshness. Don't you see that? The color of it, no color here. But mind you, friends, that flower in all its seeming differences is substantiated by, supported by the tree's sapidity only. Without that plant or tree, how can there be a flower? So, through the entire world of names and forms are different manjaris, flowers. They all have their root cause, the plant, the tree, is chit only, chittaru. The chittaru's Shakti only on the chittaru only, projecting so many names and forms appearing to be other than the chittaru. Just like in this example, our drushti is on that one beautifully blossomed flower and we get excited. Forget that this flower is never independent from the tree. Tree is the substratum and very seldom we appreciate or respect the tree or plant. हमारा दृष्टि फल फूल सब्जियों पे होता है उसी तरह the trees or the plants is the Brahman, the fal ful is the projected Rupanama on which our drishti. If we can see through the flowers and fruits the tree and value the tree more than flower fruits, we have understood. Vedanta में भी वही है. Yes, so much of things happening. All of that is Chit Shakti on the Chittu. And in that Chit Shakti only, my upadhis. दोनों मिलकर चित शक्ति there projecting Rupanama, Chit Shakti here functioning as Upadhis, making me mesmerizingly see the never independently existing Rupa and Nama, the world of names forms. और भी कान से दिल में कान से दिमाग में दिमाग से दिल में from the ears to the intellect to understand, from the understanding of the intellect into the acceptance in the heart. This knowledge should permeate. And दिल से दिमाग से हमारा दर्शन निरंतर दीदार उस परमात्मा का ही हो रहा है all the time. Super. Now, next one. This is understood. Chittarau chetyarasataha shaktihi kaladinamikam tanoti. आकाश विशदाम चिन मधुश्री ही स्वमंजरी. है ना? For all the manjaris flowers, the madhushri is chit only. Every type of madhu, the sweetness of the honey in the flower, the sweetness of the softness of the flower, the sweetness of the color of the flower, the sweetness of the beauty of the flower, the sweetness of the arrangement of the petals and the pollens there. Everything is madhu only, Shri. All of that is nothing but the Chaitanya Paramatma. Ah, see that? Wow, like you see a child. So cute when you see the child of not 10 days, 15 days. वो तो इतना गंदा रहता है useless fellow. But 6 months. Little fed and became familiar with the world. Everything is so soft, so tender about that cute child. And if he is well fed and no aunt or auntie is troubling that fellow and he is smiling, है ना? And especially when he smiles at you, looking at you, 70 years, अभी भी फंसे हो इस जगत में, मैं तो अभी आया हूँ, तुरंत मैं मुक्त हो जाऊंगा, तुम्हारे तरह घोचू नहीं हूँ. Looking at this oldie दादाजी when he smiles, every aspect of that child is nothing but the Chaitanya Paramatma. है ना? His innocence, the movement of hands and legs, the cuteness there, the smile, all of that. One Chaitanya Paramatma expressed. Child example to begin with because it's so cute. Not a child again, I told you, 1 month, 15 days, half 6 months, 8 months, nine. Again, not after 3 years. Nowadays, 2.5 years only. The Rakshasa in him is ready because he is seeing every day the grandparents, the parents. That is enough for him in 1 year to get all those Lakshanas and come out as villain. Before that, so divinity. Extended this not only that child, as we give the example of the squirrel type of just born child, or 3 years notorious beginning child, or 10 years the stubborn child, the 20 years arrogant youth, the 30 years irresponsible family man, the 40 years lazy lethargic fellow, the 60 years people are tired of him and told him you get retired, still he is confusing the people. In all of that, one Chaitanya only is playing. And the 70 years oldie, you know, where he wants to eat but nothing is digestible. He wants to see the TV. Yes, TV is seen, but not any picture in it. And that is also the Paramatma ka hi एक cartoon expression. In the 75, 80, और भी मुझे जीना है और भी जीना है मिस्टर भोज. Everything is his expression. Or a saintly person, a divine. परमात्मा का खूबी यही है, हर तरह एक्सप्रेस है ना. It's like that fellow is changing how many masks on the face. Every time the mother is recognizing, Mama, I changed so many masks. How come you are recognizing me? अरे बेवकूफ, the shirt pant तो वही है तेरा. In the same way, the Lord should be confused. I am coming in so many funny, funny forms. How are you recognizing? Hey Bhagwan, in and through all that, the pure Satchit is you only, no? I am seeing you. I recognize the Sat, I recognize Chit. You come without Sat and Chit any form, then you can pass, I can fail. Lord Himself will bend that. No, I can't come in any form without my Sat Chit as substrate. So I'll recognize you. इस तरह होना चाहिए. ओके, नेक्स्ट. यहाँ से लेकर ये जो 64 से 71 8 mantras. I'll just make a good, it's a joyful chanting, 1-2 minutes. Om Swayam Vichitram Spurati चिदण्डकमनाहतं स्वयं विलक्षणस्पन्दं चिद्वायुरण्डजात्मकः स्वयं विचित्रकचनं चिद्वारिणनिखातगं स्वयं विचित्रधातुत्वं श्रेष्ठाङ्गमपि निर्मितं स्वविचित्ररसोल्लासात् चिज्योत्स्ना सततोदिता स्वयं चिदेव प्रकटः चिदालोको महात्मकः स्वयमस्तङ्गते बाह्ये स्वज्ञानादुदिता चितिः स्वयं जडेषु जाड्येन पदं सौषुप्तमागता स्वयं स्पन्दितया स्पन्दी चित्वाच्चितिमहानभः चित्प्रकाशप्रकाशो हि जगदस्ति च नास्ति च चिदाकाशैकशून्यत्वं जगदस्ति च नास्ति च चिदालोकमहारूपं जगदस्ति च नास्ति च चिन्मारुतपरिस्पन्दो जगदस्ति च नास्ति च चिद्घनध्वान्तकृष्णत्वं जगदस्ति च नास्ति च चिदर्कालोकदिवसो जगदस्ति च नास्ति च चित्कज्जलरजस्थैल परमाणुर्जगत्क्रमः. So it's a very beautiful poetry. And have patience, like I am patient. And that the Rama Vasishtha Krupa will come to us soon. Then we will revel in these mantras through the perfect understanding of what they are exactly telling. अभी तो हमको भाषा समझने में मुश्किल हो रही है, but with that भाषा, what bhava, what jnana, vyaktikarana, the Vasishtha ji expressing, which is his own direct personal experience, that will click to us. Like morning class, as we are tuning to Bhagavan Krishna and Adi Shankara, is not that sublime, beautiful knowledge through those Gita shlokas. What Lord is conveying, are you not able to apprehend, appreciate? Thoda thoda. What is this? Hmm? Isn't it? Slowly, 2%, 3%, 1% of what Krishna and Adi Shankara are together saying. So too, what Shvetashvatara Rishi and Adi Shankara are saying. So too, what Gaudapada Rishi and Adi Shankara are saying in Mandu. Point 0.01, thoda short हुआ ना, not so blank we are as we were earlier. So too, यहाँ भी, as we continue, takes little more time because as we are preparing with our humbleness, purity, serenity, surrenders, so too our Rama and Vasishtha are preparing to bless us. When our preparation to be blessed and their preparation to bless come together, then we will also, in that ecstasy of joy, of understanding, exactly that which this great Rishi Vasishtha ji is conveying to us through these mantras. वाह, मजेदार. जैसे प्रेमी जिन शब्दों से जो कहना चाहता है, प्रेमिका भी वो एग्जैक्टली वैसी समझती है. तो what type of that tuning and joy, isn't it? Which is up to the marriage. उसके बाद whatever he says, 100% she will misunderstand only. Earlier also she was misunderstand, now Mrs. Understand, Mrs. Misunderstand. है कि नहीं? Because Paramatma is not happy, he is very jealous. He wants every jiva to realize him only. He doesn't want anybody to get lost in anything. But if it happens, है ना? And even little higher level में, even without him saying anything, if she starts understanding, oh ho, मजा है कि नहीं? So too, without her saying, he understands. Bhav Bhasha. So too, let's tune to Vasishtha and Rama so much, so much, so much that they are compelled to bless us with all the required subtlety that we are able to revel in these mantras as much they are. Not like now when we are struggling to unfold even the anvaya of the mantras. It's not easy like Upanishad or Gita and all. गीता आदि में अन्वय करना इजी होता है, इसमें कौन सी भाषा है, क्या यूज कर रहे हैं, मेरे को तो कोई मिल भी नहीं रहा, इसका कोई कमेंट्री भी नहीं है ऐसा डायरेक्ट. इट्स एवरीडे स्ट्रगल टू मी. Going on, shamelessly I am telling you, 2% of this text only I am telling, 98% I don't know. 2% भी ज्यादा ही कह रहा हूँ, गुस्ताखी माफ. And there's no feeling to feel shy. You can say, स्वामी जी आपको कुछ नहीं आता. I said, you recognized me. Yes, I don't know anything. You are right. There is no doubt. This text, the vocabulary, and behind that, the bhava, the anubhuti, which that saint expressing, Vasishtha. होगा, आगा, आएगा धीरे धीरे. यदा ते मोह कलिलम बुद्धिर व्यतितरिष्यति तदा गन्तासि निर्वेदं श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतस्य च श्रुति विप्रतिमन्नाते यदास्तासि निश्चला समादौ अचला बुद्धि तदा योगमवाप्स्यसि. Yoga Vaashishtha Mavapsis. Okay, let us see at least 2 or 3 mantras today. Maybe all of them. If you don't understand, quickly we can browse through. First, Ki Swayam Vichitram Spurati Chid Andakam Anahatam. Anahatam means without any prerana of anything from outside. The Chit Parabrahma only Swayam Spurati. And in its purana, Andakam means in the form of this entire Brahmanda. Chidandakam Anahata means Chid Brahma only in the roop of this Brahmanda, Spayam Spurati, Anahatam without any cause. Ahata means actually bang or hit. देखो हमारा नेक्स्ट टेक्स्ट भी यही टॉपिक बात कर रहा है. अनाहत अनाहत नाद समाधि Nadhanusandhana Samadhi. Among all the samadhis is Manyatama iti Manyamahe. Is not Bhagavan Shankara saying Nada Anahata Nada Anusandhana Samadhi or Nadhanusandhana Laya. नाद से अनुसंधान करते हुए प्राणों का चित्त वृत्तियों का लय करके ब्रह्म को पहुंचाना पहचानना. That's what is the text we are studying. Here also, Chid Andakam Anahatam. The entire Brahmanda is Chit only. Anahata Swayam Spurati. Here the Anahata means no promptings from anyone. Therefore, no compulsions. Therefore, it is the free will, the Icha of that Paramatma that he is expressing as this Chit Anda or the Brahmanda. किसी को मजाल नहीं पूछने को क्यों ऐसा एक्सप्रेस कर रहे हो, किसको क्या बिगाड़ने के लिए. अबे तेरा आंसर नहीं देना मेरे को. यू नेवर एग्जिस्ट अदर देन मी. दैट आई एम आंसरेबल टू यू और क्वेश्चनेबल बाय यू. शट अप. चिदंडकम अनाहतम स्वयं स्फुरति. द होल ब्रह्मांड इज द स्फुरण ऑफ द चित ओनली विदाउट एनी आहत. Like you and I are ahata, beaten by or compelled by our vasanas, our karmas, our prarabdhas, our mutual prarabdhas, our runa. How many things like the pashus we have behind to push us, compelled to be this way and that way only. We cannot be the other way. We have no choice but to be born as child to these parents only. We have no choice. Nobody asked us. कौन से पेरेंट्स को तुम्हें. शट अप. यूर कर्म डिजर्व्स यू टू बी देयर, दैट्स ऑल. सवाल ही नहीं उठता. हमें कोई पूछता ही नहीं. वी हैव नो चॉइस. But this Chit Paramatma expressing as is Anda, the Brahmanda, Anahatam, Swayam Spurat. Wow. Imagine we discover our identity with Chit, and therefore the entire Brahmanda is my own choiceful expression for my Leela. The coming, going of every Rupanama is my own Maya Shakti, my own play to entertain me. Imagine if we lift our intellect to that understanding and in meditation really discover the changeless, unmoving substratum behind the seeming changeful world of names and forms. क्या मजाल होगा. That's the meaning of नित्यो नित्यानाम चेतनश्चेतनानाम एको बहूनाम यो विदधाति कामान तमात्मस्तम येनु पश्यन्ति धीरा. Just think, an example that you have started a company, you developed it. Then when some guests come, you take them across and show this land I bought. And this place, the small one shed I started. And I was all alone in the beginning. Little work I did. Little more work came. Then this first person I hired or joined as partner. We expanded. Then little more I made. Now that side by land also I bought. Then I have expanded it. Now it's such a big unit. I was only one worker. Now 500 people are working. This entire empire is my creation. How joyful it is when you consciously do. When you do it and reclaim it, yeah, like that Mali. That in that house, all that 100 pots are plants. मैंने उनको रखा, मैंने देखभाल किया. अब देखो, in that season, every plant has a bunch of flowers. I have done it. Or in that pot maker's shop, that 100 pots, when he looks at them and says, that last 1 month, as the particular summer is coming, I is the one who day in and day out molded all of them. Hundreds of examples. So too I am that Chit. It is my Spurana, the entire Brahmanda. There is nothing other than me. Every Rupanama, arrival, departure, modification is my own Leela. Between the arrival and departure, for the departure's sake, slowly the modifications happen. It's a part of it. The tree becoming old is a necessary part before the tree disappears. That's the way. So, to a human body, becoming old and senile is the way for the inevitable. It's a part of the game. There's nothing new, nothing special. And it went on happening. Whoever have accepted it, they cherished it. Whoever have denied it, they suffered it. But their cherishing or suffering did not change that. Jatasya hi dhruvaha vardhakyam and mrityu. Anything born has to become old and die. Some things die early, therefore that vardhakyam is not put there. Because anything born can die is a rule. It will die only after becoming the old is not rule. कोई अभी जन्म लेके कल ही मरता भी है. इसलिए जाता मृत्यु दोनों ही कहा. In between old age, some cases, some die young too. Nothing is important, but the substratum remains same. So, Swayam Spurati, Swayam Vichitram Spurati Chid Andakam Anahatam. Vichitram Spurati means the entire Brahmanda, with Vichitra means Vishesha Chitras, the variety of paintings. You know, like that painter with his power of imagination painted those 200 paintings, and there you see the exhibition. So, there the canvas, the painting are different from the painter. In the case of universe, the painter, the canvas, the painting, the painted, and the one who looks at it and gets fainted, all of that is that Lord only. Next, स्वयं विलक्षणस्पन्दं चिद्वायुरण्डजात्मकः. है ना? Chidvayu. It is the Vayu of Chid only doing the Vilakshana Spandana in that Andaja. That is what is. First, the variety of things that are expressed. Second, their continuous modifications. Both of them. Like the rise of sun. That is the first line. Second is, the rising sun doesn't stay there only. He goes on going up and up and up. And as he going up from the red to the whitish color he becomes. Again he sets. That is the second line. Swayam Vilakshana Spandam. Vichitra means the variety. Vilakshana means in each of them the modifications. Chidvayu, the consciousness only. Vayu. मतलब क्या हुआ? Chidvayu Andajatmakaha. In the Anda, Brahmanda, the Chidvayu is the one which is giving prana to the different beings. है ना? Every living being, the trees, thousands of insects, hundreds of birds and animals, human, how much they are appearing different, but is not the Vayu is one in all of them. You and me may be different in our bodily expressions, but Pranavayu, because of which you are alive, I am alive, a saint or a king or a sage or a pauper, हर एक के अंदर एक ही प्राणवायु है कि नहीं? वो कह रहे हैं ना, चिद वायु हो स्वयं विलक्षण स्पंद. वायु एक ही है सब में. इनहेलिंग एक्सेलिंग ऑफ इवन एनिमल्स ऑल्सो सेम. प्राण शक्ति उसमें भी ओके एक ही है. तो परमात्मा ओनली एज द प्राणवायु सपोर्टिंग द वेराइटी ऑफ expressions again which are of the Paramatma only. So first line says about the Stula Sukshma Deha variety. Second says all of them are functioning differently depending on the Stula Sukshma Deha, but the functions are possible because of one prana only. That is the meaning. You are different, I am different physically, psychologically, but both of us have one prana only. So our different appearances also his Leela. In us one common prana also his Leela. Next. Swayam Vichitra Kachanam Chidvarina Nikhatagam. See? Chidvari. After the variety of expressions and the prana, for the continuation of life, the water is required. The water, the consciousness only appearing as the water, supporting all the pranas. And this Nikhatagam. For us, for having water, we have to dig the well. Isn't it? Dig the earth to get the water. बोरवेल डालना पड़ता है. बच्चे गिर जाते हैं उसमें बाद में. So, Narayana, for Paramatma, for him to appear as the Vari, the water, he doesn't need to dig anything. Swayam Vichitra Kachanam Chit Vari, न निखातकम. कहाँ खोद कर भगवान पानी निकाले, क्या करके भगवान पानी बने, उनको कोई खोदने का खोजने का जरूरत नहीं. He appears, expresses as water without becoming water. Very sublime knowledge. Where is the water? It's a pure consciousness. Maharaj Tapovanamji is always in that. He never looked Gangaji as water. He says it's a flowing Brahman. He never looked at the Himalayas as mountain. He says he is a standing Brahman. He looks at Vishwanatha and says he's a sitting Brahman. Flowing Brahman unko. Where is the water? It's only liquid Brahman. Imagine from how many lives they might have done the positive abhyasa of everything is Brahman added with Rupanama of Maya, by Maya. For us, Rupanama is real. We are not even registering, recognizing, accepting that there is Brahman. Then when will we do the practice? And undo the wrong practice. that there is no Brahman, Rupanama alone is real. This is a wrong practice. That is to be undone with the right practice. From how many lives he must have done that. For him, there is no Himalaya. It is sitting or standing Brahman. हमको देखकर हंसी लग एंड वी टेक इट इमोशनली महाराज जी इस अलग भाव में है वो पत्थर को भी भगवान मान रहे अरे मूर्ख वो अलग भाव में रहकर पत्थर को मूर्ख नहीं मान रहे हैं ही इज एक्सपीरियंसिंग द ब्रह्मन ओनली इन दैट वाटर एंड माउंटेन इट्स नॉट ही इज ए पोएटिक sentimental or emotional he is never in his sharira in a sense there is no sharira to him he says कहाँ है शरीर तुम कह रहे हो एवरीथिंग सद्ब्रह्म सद्ब्रह्म कार्यम सकलम सदैव सन्मात्रमेतद् न तथोन्यदस्ति अस्ति इति यो वक्ति न तस्य मोहः विनिर्गतो निद्रितवत् प्रजल्पः the fellow is blabbering in sleep alone says there is something other than Brahman. Whoever is awakened to Brahman, what is existing other than Brahman? Sadbrahma Karyam Sakalam Sadeva. The whole thing is the Karya of the Brahma. Every Karana is nothing, every Karya is nothing but Karana only. The Brahma being the Karana, the whole Jagat is nothing but Him only. So for Him, everything is. Here that's what. Swayam Vichitra Kachanam Chitvari na Nikhatagam. The whole water is pure consciousness without digging any wells. So too, Swayam Vichitra Dhatutvam Shreshthangamapi Nirmitam. So, Shreshta Angam Api Nirmitam. Any of the Shreshta Angas of Devatas, Yakshas, Kinnara, Kimpurushas, their Sharira Angas appear to be Shreshta. And they are with Vichitra Dhatus. He himself, by becoming Vichitra Dhatu, appears to be Shreshta Anga Yuktva, Angis, the different Shariras. But it is his own power to appear. So too, Swavichitra Rasollasat Chijyotsna Satadodita Swa Vichitra Rasa Ullasa. By himself, it is his own Rasa Ullasa. What? Chit Jyotsna. The pure consciousness only expressing a Jyotsna. What is JYOTSNA? Jyotsna is the Chandra Kanti. The moonlight is called Jyotsna. Because it's not original light. Jyotsna, it is a reflected light, but very refreshing and cooling. Imagine that cool, beautiful expression of moonlight. है ना कभी कभी मन शांत करके द परमात्मा's expression in these divine forms उसको cherish करे the full moonlight, the slow flowing of the rivers or blowing of the winds or the chirping of the birds, movement of the leaves, the sounds of the animals, they are all divinity. That will come again in the one of the next slokas. Remember, only this practice, Brahman, with his Maya Shakti, appearing as all these Rupa, Nama, Guna, Dravya, Kala, Leela, and their variety of expressions of soundings, walkings, talkings. A lion roaring, an elephant's gait of walking, a peacock dancing, a koel cuckooing, a deer jumping with so much restlessness. Where is not divinity, Batao? Like in 10th chapter of Gita, Bhagavan trained Arjuna and those who wanted to get trained in the vibhutis, isn't it? Everything is his vibhuti only. Yadyat vibhutimat sattvam Srimat urjitam evava tat tat eva avagachatvam mama tejomsha sambhav. It is only my tejas. Everything is. And imagine that 10 paints are there. Be absolutely, acutely subtle. Instead of getting carried away in the gross things, imagine the painter, the paint in that particular bottle with the brush in his hands, with his own masterpiece in his mind. He is painting those. एक ही पेंटर अपनी सृजनात्मक शक्ति creativity taking that paint and one after the other paintings he went on making. Imagine Corona, the 10 paintings that painter made in 8 months. Fast forward karo in your imagination. Just one after the paintings he is making. In case of painter, the canvas, the brush, the paint are different from him. In case of Paramatma, all are he only, him only. This whole world is himself painting himself. परमात्मा उनका शक्ति और शक्ति का विलास. Nothing other than that in this world. And it's so beautiful. Enjoy the expressed Rupanama and its beauty. But don't forget the creativity of the Lord. And never forget all of that is nothing but Lord. परमात्मा परमात्मा का शक्ति शक्ति का व्यक्तिकरण. All the three we should be able to apprehend. Now we see the Vyaktikaran of the Shakti, that also we get enchanted in that. And there we get diluted and we become chore to own the things. है ना, किसी ने घर बुलाया, आपने सारे चीजें दिखा रहा है और देखते देखते दो चार चीज आपने जेब में डाल दी. कितना घटिया हरकत है वो. दिस घटिया हरकत एवरी मोमेंट वी आर डूइंग. We are brought into this Numaisha or exhibition of the exhibits made and exhibited by Paramatma for us to just see, appreciate. That's it. In that, some things हम जेब में डालें. ये पंचकोश मेरे हैं, ये वस्तु मेरा है. Oh, that is what which you keep in pocket gives you dukkha. है ना? Because when you go out, that beep sound comes कि कुछ चुरा के ले जा रहा है. You are checked. Please remember, this world is for us to see the Lord and revel in that place. That's it. There is nothing me or mine. Even I and me also is expression only. Everything is ignorance, misunderstanding. And that's what is taught more and more. Now, what will be taught in the Hiranyakashipu's convent school? Bhoga Bhoga only, no? And what will be taught in today's modern world of ignorance taught as education? The whole world is real and it is for you, and you indulge in it as a bhogi. That's what we are taught in a wrong schools. The right schools are our ashramas, and the right teachers are our Brahma Vidya gurus. And the right teaching is everything is Brahman and that is you. Revel in that identity. ये सही विद्या है. कौन पढ़ा रहा है, कौन पढ़ रहा है. Wonderful, na? So vichitra rasa ullasa chit jyotsna satata udita. Always that chit jyotsna only. This jyotsna of the Chandrama. Paramatma only is moon and moonlight. Paramatma alone, Vayu and its blow. Paramatma alone is the Brahmanda with all its names and forms. Paramatma alone is Surya and his Kanti. That's what is said. Develop that vision inside. Refuse to see anything as other than Paramatma. See how calm the mind, how agitationless it is, how disturbance-less, how peaceful it is. This is meditation. And the highest meditation is walking, transcending the Rupanama, able to see that Chit Sat as myself. Wow. It's not an imagined poetry, it's an experience of all the saint sages. Next, Swayam Chideva Prakataha, Chit Aloko Mahatmakaha. This Mahan Atma Surya, with all his aloka of the light, is the Chideva Paramatma. Wow. If I am not conscious, can I see sun and sunlight? No. Therefore, what is sun and sunlight? The consciousness only which is Brahman. As simple as that. Like that, few more are said here. Swayam Chideva Prakata Chidalokamatmaka Swayam Astangate Bahye Swajnanad Udita Chitihi. When the knowledge of the self arises, thereafter, when entire outer world of names and forms astam gate, then what happens? Swayam Jadeshu Jadyena Padam Saushuktam Agata. Entire Jadata, Dvaita, Dvandva go to the Sushukti. Everything is experienced as Satchit Brahma, that I am. Wow. May this knowledge break the shackles of ignorances in us, delusions in us, misconceptions in us. वाह उसके बाद there is no samsara. Narayana, nothing like Vaashishtha, I tell you. Oh, very revealing. We are only in 4,000, 3,000. अभी 28,000 मंत्र है. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः. वशिष्ठ 67 we have done by 18 है तो 6 2-3 दिन लगेगा. ओम शांति. थैंक यू. करना है योग तारावली आ जाओ.